Hi everyone, so as promised I am back with a flip through of this hot air balloon journal. It is complete. So what have we got? So here is the bookmark all finished, and I will pop a pen in there. I've got a pen ready to pop in there. And then there's paper clips there to use throughout the journal if desired. I've got this board. It's a thicker, like a thicker journaling card, but it can be put under a page to write on if need be. So I'll pop that in as well. And then here is the front of the journal. I was going to put a different balloon on here, but it didn't look right when I tried it. So I found this one, which I love. I love it. I love the muted colours. It's just lovely. I put some blue lace on there because this has been the main colour throughout the journal and it matches the closure. I put some buttons and brads just there as a decoration. I've put a little journal plate there and I put a little bow there. Then we have the spine dangle. The spine dangle has pink, cream and blue lace on it, as well as some blue ribbon, and then we've got a few pieces added on to that. Things that I put on just because they're pretty. That's to add a bit of bling and to be pretty, that's all. Then this as well, I just thought it was unusual, and it's really light. It looks like wood that's been carved and then wired, and I just thought, how unusual is that? And it reminded me a little bit of a hot air balloon. That's why I added that to the dangle. Then we've got this. I added it because it's blue, and what it is a bead, and it looks to be made from magazine paper. I just thought that was interesting. Then we have a little hummingbird there for beauty. We have a little hot air balloon there. We have a little foreign coin, and it's from 1971, and it is so that you always have some money. Here we have a little hope charm, so you always have hope. We have a little bell because it was pretty. This ball, I love that bead. I absolutely love it so much. In fact, I'm going to put one on my own journal spine dangle because I just love it so much. It's just beautiful. That colour is beautiful. Then on the end of here we've got a key. The key to unlock any door, unlock any dream, any hope. Yeah, you can do it. Just remember you can do it. Oh yeah, on the bottom of here we have got an angel to watch over you. There's the little angel to watch over you. Love that. I did add on a little hot air balloon necklace. It's a tiny little necklace. It's a gold colour, and I literally have just threaded it through, so it can be easily unthreaded and worn if desired. It is literally just looped it through. I didn't tie it or anything, otherwise you won't be able to get it off and wear it if you wanted to. Then I added this gorgeous blue bead. Oh, I just love that bead, but this one is my favourite, definitely. But blue because it was in the colour of the journal. There is a heart there for love. There is another hot air balloon, and then there's these two, which are just beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, some of them I added just because they are beautiful, just because they're pretty. So that's the spine dangle. So yeah, the closure, as I've said, is this blue lace. And inside we start with our magnificent bird, and this one happens to be a blue tit, which is a common bird in the UK. On here we've got a hot air balloon, we've got a little colouring bit there, and it says fly high, and then inside there we've got a couple of journaling cards. Then we have some writing space. Next we have another tuck spot with a journaling card inside, and I decorated the top of that page with like the calling card, Victorian calling card, and I added a wax seal onto there. Then on here, the positive quote is be proud. Always be proud of yourself. Yes. Then over the page, we've got this envelope, which you can open like so. And inside it, there's all that room to journal. And there is a journaling card. So that's that. Over here we have a sewn page with a little picture of a lady in the corner there. The sewing again goes on to that side. Then over here we have got a open out, it's a bag that I've decorated with a napkin. Inside the bag there are journaling cards. I've used a magnet to close that, so you can open it up, write on there and close that up again and no one will ever know. And then inside there are some journaling cards. I ought to have put a tab on there, didn't I? Yeah, let me put a tab on there. There we are. And then the journaler will know that there is a pocket there, won't they? Oh, it's not going all the way in now. That's typical. Come on, get in. There we are. That's it. Yeah, if I leave that little tab there like that. Then over the page we have this fold. I love this fold out thing. You can do all your writing on there. Then you can tuck it away and you've got a pretty picture. Or if you prefer the camper van, you can do that. It's entirely up to you. Yeah, but I left the hot air balloon because it's a hot air balloon journal. Over here we have got a little girl. This looks like my goddaughter, that little girl does. And that's on that side of the doily. On the other side I put a tiny little pocket with a little tag inside it. Over here I decorated this very flimsy page with that corset and that garland of flowers. On the other side we've got a corner tuck made with some of my homemade gesso. Yeah, that's homemade gesso, and then I've painted it and then I've made a little tuck to go in there. On this page we have a fold out picture. You might think it's just a picture, but you can fold it out and write on there too. Over here we've just got a little picture there. Then I put on this tag, I put a butterfly as the tab at the top of that tag. Over the page we've got a wine label, and in there I've popped another tag, another journaling card, and it doesn't go in too far, you can see it's still there. I wrote the word fly and put this balloon on the map. Over the page we've got a corner tuck with some tiny little cards in there. And then over here we have a belly band that's been stitched on, and then we've got a little tag, a little journaling card in there. Over here you can see the stitching from where I stitched on the belly band, a little picture in the corner, and then over here we have the middle of the signature, which is an envelope. The elastic is tied inside there, so you can take everything out apart from the envelope. And then I have got a little tuck spot on the front of the envelope, and then I've decorated it with this lady and the little girl and the word dazzle. Inside it there is a journaling card, and then on the other side there's a little notebook, and this is a vellum pocket decorated with that lattice effect card. And then I've popped a little flying man there. Reminds me of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Over here we've got one of Shabby Dabby Doodah's bows. Love that. Over here we have an envelope that I have glued shut, and inside there we have a journaling card. You can pop anything you want inside there, and I've made that little closure on it. Over here I've folded the map page over, popped a picture of a hot air balloon on it and put sky's the limit. And then inside there is a piece of folded paper which you can do quite a lot of journaling on, and then you can write on it, and then you can pop it back in its pocket. And then on the other side of the map piece, it says, extraordinary things are hiding in places people never think to look. Then over here we have this beautiful die cut corner tuck, and then I've made this little journaling card to go in there. Over the page we've got this little journaling card. This was made from a napkin again. It's got a chicken and eggs on it, and then I decorated the bottom with some ribbon and lace and popped a little journaling card in there. This page I felt was light enough to write on, or you could put a photograph or a picture on there. And I also decorated the edge of this page with that edging and that rickrack. Over here we have this pretty lady who's been decorated up with a stamp and a number. And then on here we have one of my homemade journaling cards, again with the lovely die cut corner tuck. On the other side of there we've got Follow Your Heart. That's gone a bit wonky, hasn't it? I don't know whether the paper's gone wonky or what. Yeah, possibly. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that is not quite straight, I'm not sure. Maybe we need to just pull it that way. Ah, yeah, that's better. Follow Your Heart, and we've got some pretty pictures of fashions there. Over here we've got a doily, and I have made a little pocket there and popped a little tag in there, little card in there. On the other side we've got a shoe from my antiquarian sticker book. Over here we have a pocket, and again it's been decorated and it's got some little tags on it because I can't resist. Then on the other side we have this corrugated ribbon which I've stitched on and then popped in this little journaling card which is homemade. It says each day provides its own gifts, and then in the little envelope is some little tiny journaling cards. So let's pop it that way so that it says each day provides its own gifts, like that. Here we have more stitching on the page and a little hot air balloon in the corner. On the back of that again a hot air balloon. Then we've got this door which I just glued down the bottom and used it to tuck those two journaling cards in, and I added a bit of bling on that journaling card. I thought it was time for some bling. On the next page we have a lovely picture of a hot air balloon. This is the same as the one on the front of the journal. I love it. And then over here we have one of my homemade journaling cards. I love those, you know, I really like those. So I decorated it with antiquarian stickers. I cut out the circle with my fancy scissors and I stuck a circle of white paper on the back to journal on, and then I dyed it with some pink dye. And then on here it says do something nice. Yeah. Then over the page we have one of the vases that you can draw flowers coming out of, and a little stamp on the other page. Then over there we have this fold out thing. You can take this off the journal. It's only held in with a paper clip. I think there's actually two. Yeah, there's two paper clips. And then we've got a little tuck on the front here with these little cards in. We've got a space at the back, and then we've got that space, that's 2, and then we've got that one, that's 3, and the same on this side, 1, 2 and 3. This is actually a card that with lace on the top of it. Yeah, so that can be taken off. It says notes on it so that you know that. Over here I have pinned on one of my little journal charms, and I've put some sellotape on the page before I pinned it on so that it doesn't tear the page, because that does happen sometimes. And then on here it says be a traveller, not a tourist, and I have popped some journaling cards in there. Next, I love that page, you know, that's probably one of my favourite pages in the book. I just love it. I love the background. I love the little houses. I fussy cut them out and stuck them on. I love that. This is a chemist bag. You can see that on the back of it, you can see it's a chemist bag. It can be held up like that, and you can pop your things in there and then you can lay it down again. or if desired it could just be glued to the page, and you can just put your things in like that. Over the page we have a little pocket. I love these journaling cards. And then we've got a little tuck at the bottom with 3 little cards in it. Over here we've got a pretty picture which is hiding a fold out that has got all of this space for journaling. How good is that? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages to journal on behind there, but it just looks like a picture, doesn't it, on the page? I love that. I love that. Then on the other side we've just got a pretty lady, and I popped a wax seal on there. This is a wine glass coaster, and I stitched that onto the page and popped a couple of journaling cards into it like that. Over here we have an envelope which I have glued closed, and it has got some little journaling bits inside there. And then it's got this hot air balloon. This was the one I was going to put on the front. I just couldn't make it look right. It just didn't look right. Over here we've got this fancy, it's just a fancy dangle. That is all it is. If you really wanted to, you could write on the back of it. But yeah, you can hide all of these pieces if desired. I've made it so that they'll all go behind each other, apart from the top one of course, and it just looks like a decoration in the corner of the page. And I've done that with brads, and it is actually on an envelope. So inside the envelope we have a big journaling card. On the back of it I've done a tuck spot and a journaling card as well. Over here, oh, I love that. I'd planned to do that. As soon as I saw that paper, I thought, oh, if I put a hot air balloon on there, and I love it. Then over the page, why have we got not sure why we've got that there. No. Then over the page, we've got this picture of a little girl with her, I think it's a bunny rabbit. And if desired, you could take that out of there and put your own picture in. You could even tuck something behind it if you wanted to. On this side we have a penny farthing pocket with a little journaling card in it. Next we come to this, which is a doily that has been photographed and printed out, and then I've turned it into a pocket, popped a journaling card inside there. It won't go down too far because of the shape of it, so you can see that it's there. And then I decorated it with this bird and the labels. That I just left because it's pretty flowers. Over here we have a belly band which I made out of 2 layers of lace. And inside there I've tucked a journaling card. Over here we have an envelope that opens right out again with a journaling card inside it. As I say, I haven't put many journaling cards in these, but I will send a pack of journaling cards along with the journal. We've got a decorated page here again done on my sewing machine. On the other side of that, I've popped made a little pocket out of that picture and popped that little journaling card inside it. I love this bit too. This is a little notebook. You can open it up. It's held together with a magnet, and then you can, if you wanted to, you could write on there. But I absolutely loved this piece here and wanted to use it in the journal. On the other side, I've just popped a picture. On this page, I have used some pretty stitching to attach that lace to the edge. On this side, I put a little tiny cherub in the corner. Over here, we have got, now this was a plain coaster. And what I did, I went on my sewing machine and sewed all these bits onto it. And then it's been stitched or glued. Oh, no, it has been stitched. Look, here's the stitching. Then it's been stitched to the page. And then I've popped a journaling card or some journaling cards inside there. I think this journaling card actually has a tuck spot on it with some little cards inside there. Yeah. Then over here we have another envelope pocket. It's got journaling cards inside there. I've done a little decoration on it as well. Over here we've got another one of the hot air balloons that I stenciled and cut out, but it was too big. The one I stenciled was too big, so what I did, I took a photograph of it, shrunk it down and printed it out again. Love it. It's meant to have an ombre effect, this one, and it does. It goes from darker to lighter. And then on the bottom it says, try to be the rainbow in someone else's cloud. I love that. On the bottom of this page I put this sticker with a butterfly on it. I just really liked that. And then over here, I love this paper. I love it. And this is a pocket that I've made. I'm pretty sure it's an envelope. It is an envelope, yeah. And I've made a tuck spot on the front to put a journaling card in. So that's what that is. It says down the bottom here, eat cake. I made this little cluster out of scraps, and I popped a brad through it. And then here we've got an envelope with a homemade journaling card inside there. Over here we have a fold out pocket, so it opens up like this, and I've popped a load of stickers in there, and you have to go over, over, and you're closed again. And I did another little cluster there. I decorated this page with a butterfly, beautiful that butterfly is, and then I put a specimen card at the bottom there. Over here we have another lovely picture. Oh, and I love these slides. I loved doing those. I made quite a few of them. Yeah, absolutely love that. Over here we've got a corner tuck. Can you see that I put the tape on the wrong side? So I couldn't stick it here. I've stuck it there instead. This is the middle of the signature, and it's a green envelope that I popped this. This was a journaling card, so I've stuck the journaling card down, decorate it with this quote that says, do what is good for your soul, popped a tag in there, popped a journaling card in there with a tag on it so that you can see there's a journaling card in there. So rather than a journaling card in there, I've popped in a piece of folded up paper to write on. On the other side I made a belly band and popped this long journaling card onto there, into it. Over here I made this flippy pad that you can write notes on if you wanted to. I decorated it with that lace and ribbon, and then I decorated the page by sewing it on my sewing machine. I left that one for writing on. This one says always believe in yourself. It's closed with a Velcro dot, which I love. I got them from Temu. And it has loads of journaling space in there, as well as a journaling card and a notebook. As I say, it can be closed if desired, but I think it's a waste of journaling space. That's just that's what I like. You do what you like. In here we've got some journaling cards in this corner tuck. Love the colours in that. Over here I just popped a sticker. On this page we have a sewn pocket with a journaling card in it. On the next page we have a tuck spot with a journaling card in it. Over here we have a wedding picture and the word memories at the bottom. That can be swapped out for your own picture if desired. What is that? Oh, it's coming from there. Then we have a map here, piece of a map. That's quite interesting. I like that. It says London on there. Then on the other side I've made this pull out writing space. It was actually the other way around. It was like that, but I thought, well, you've got more writing space hidden if you do it like that, so that's what I did. And it's got notes written on there. It's got a little calling card there. Over here I sewed some gathered lace onto the edge of that page. We've got another one of the vases there to draw some flowers coming out of. This doily has been decorated with a cherub on this side, and then on the other side is the other part of the notebook. I think if you wanted to, you could pull that out, write on it, and then pop it back in again. You know, you could pull it right out of the journal. This page has been decorated on my sewing machine again. This page I left because it's so pretty with the flowers on. Over here we have a vintage doily which I've sewn on as a pocket and popped a piece of paper in there to write on. I mean, you can fit loads more in here, but as I say, I don't want to make it too bulky, but I will send more journaling cards. That's a little pocket I made with some vellum and that lattice card again. I coloured that in to make it the colours to match the journal. This is a notepad I got from Temu and I just love it. I just think it's so pretty with the butterflies. You can journal on there because it's light enough. You can journal on there. It just looks so pretty, doesn't it? I love that. Then on this page we just have a picture of a hot air balloon, or do we? No, we don't. You can open it out and write on there. There's two sheets of journaling paper there to write on. Over here we've got a little girl with some blue flowers. She looked pretty in that dress. Here we have an envelope with a pocket with a tag in it. Put a lace tab on the tag so that you can see that it's in there. It's actually got more than one journaling card in there. Over here we've got this man on his funny balloon bike, look. It says love and romance on it. Yeah, it's so funny. And then over here we've got one of these fold out things again. It was a Christmas ornament that you're meant to construct like this and hang up, and I just covered it with this beautiful paper. I love that paper so much. And then I have clipped it to the page with this crown paper clip and put notes on the front there and that beautiful butterfly. And this is sewing paper from a sewing pattern. On the other side I made a corner tuck out of these pretty blue flowers, popped in one of my homemade journaling cards. And then on here, another one of my favourite pages, I used some stickers of a coffee shop, trees and that at the bottom, and then these are some, this is a sticker, that one there, but these are ones that I've made by using stamps and then die cuts. This one I just die cut out on some paper. Yeah, really love that. On the other side we have this music paper which I folded over a little bit and glued to this page to make a pocket. And then inside there we have this journaling card which I love. It says, life does not have to be perfect to be wonderful. I really like that journaling card. Yeah, and I used a butterfly as the tab on it. And then I decorated it with a shoe, a bow from Shabby Dabby Doodah, and then it says, be the change you wish to see. Over here we have the little journal charm that I've popped on, and again I sellotaped the paper before I glued it on there, before I pinned it on there. Then on this side we have that cute little, this is called a cabinet card. I made a few of these for a swap on Facebook. I made this up myself, the name and address, and I just printed it out and did a bit of used some tea dioxide around the edge of it and glued it onto there. And then on the back there is a pocket. I popped that bit of paper on. There is a pocket and you can take the journaling cards out of there. Yeah, and I just pinned it onto the page in case you want to take it out. Over here we have a notebook. You can see it's got pages inside it, and I have glued it to the page, but I've left it, I only glued it on 3 sides so that we could have a journaling card in there. But I am going to just put a tag on the corner of there. Let's have this one. Just so that you know that there is a journaling card in there. There we go. Then over the page we've got another corner tuck with a little card in it. We've got another one of my specimen slides. I love those. Over here we've just got a picture. On here we've got a belly band that I made from some scraps of fabric that I pleated, and then I popped these two cards behind it. Over here I turned the doily into a pocket, put a butterfly on it and tucked a card in there. And this is the Hampshire map again. Over the page we've got a pocket with a journaling card in it again. I just decorated that page with that butterfly. This page has a hot air balloon. I think the man's falling out of the hot air balloon. Yeah, it's a bit, I can't quite work out, but I did really like the picture and I thought the purple matched the pocket really well. So I popped a little wax seal onto there. It's only glued down on 3 sides so that you can put your journaling cards in it there, and then it can be opened up, and inside it has space for journaling and journaling cards. Over the page we've got that little blue dress, which I just thought was pretty, and decorated that page nicely without totally swamping it. And then we've got a colouring page there with hot air balloons on it. We've got some really nice writing paper there. We've got a little scrappy, these are scraps of things I've used throughout the journal that I've made this decorative edge with and stitched that on. And then in here I've made a pocket out of vellum, popped a homemade journaling card into it, and then it says on the front of that, "No act of kindness, however small, is ever wasted." Over here I used that lady as a tuck spot and popped that unusual journaling card in there. Over there we have another one of Tina's bows from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And then over here we have the doily again. It's got that pretty picture there of a mason jar, and then it's got an ink pot on the other side. This one is a bag that I covered with this wallpaper, and inside there we have a journaling card. I'll actually leave that tucked out so that you can see that. It's actually a bag that's glued to the page, and then I've decorated the front of the bag with this peacock paper and put "Live in the Moment" at the bottom, but you can see that it's a pocket because I've left that hanging out of it. Over here we've got this really pretty red flower with some gold leaves, and I really like this page as well. I love that. I love those little girls. I'm wanting to add some into the journal. Over here we've got a little bird, we've got a window, we've got a door, and we've got a swallow, and we've got a lock and a key. And I had to use washi tape around the edge of this page because I tried to stitch it on my sewing machine and it just chewed it up. My sewing machine wasn't working for a couple of days, but I have actually got it fixed again now. So again, on the other side I had to use the washi tape. Then I put that picture of a little girl in the corner as a tuck spot. And then these are all little notelets. You can take them off and use them. You can replace them if you want to. Only the top one is properly glued. The rest of is the little notelet glue. On the other side of there we've got a pocket here. You can see it's a pocket because it's got a card there and the edge of the card is sticking out. Yeah, and that again has been decorated with a napkin. We've got a little picture in the bottom of that page. Over here we've got this pocket that I made and decorated with the lace at the bottom. We've got a little mason jar sticker, a mason jar card in there, and I've left that bit sticking out so you can see it's there. Over here we have the middle of this signature. You can see that there's a card in there because it has a tag on it. On the other side I made a little pocket at the bottom and popped some of these little smaller round and fancy shaped journaling cards in there. Over here we've got a little pocket that says "Follow your dreams, they know the way." Inside there I popped this little card that I made, again from a napkin. Over here we've got this, I love that picture of that little boy riding his bike. That just is, to me, the absolute epitome of freedom and youth. I love that. Over here I've got this glassine envelope, and what I did, I took this journaling card and I put pictures on top of the original pictures that were more vibrant and showed up more, so that when you popped it into the glassine pocket, it will still show through like that. And it says, "May your day blossom into something wonderful." On the edge of the page I've ruffled up some sewing paper from a sewing pattern. On the other page we've got a belly band which I made from this peachy coloured lace. Then we've got a journaling card inside there. This is the other side of the page that had to be covered in washi tape. Over here we've got this little pocket, and inside there again, this one is different because it's flowers and not hot air balloons, but it's still made from a napkin. Then we get on to, this is a die cut which I love. Over the page we've got this picture of a boy eating fruit, and I made that background paper by using blue ink and some lace that I dabbed the ink through, and then I popped that picture of him on the top. On the edge of here we've got some pretty flower die cuts and space to write there. Over the page we have a coffee filter which I've turned into a pocket. Then this doily is decorated with a butterfly on one side and a dress on the other. On the bottom of here we have a corner tuck. Over the page we have an envelope that you can open up if you want to, and you can put writing and journaling cards in there. Then we've got the pretty perfume bottle. Over here we've got that lovely vintage picture of that little girl. I love these pictures. We've got some really nice writing paper there. We've got some colouring there again if you wanted to colour it. This is a place setting card that I've made into a little pocket, and I popped on the phrase, "You are everything." On the other side of that we've got another really nice die cut, and then on this side we've got a little scrappy cluster that I made. Over here we have a sticker in the corner of that page, and then we have this embossed pocket that I made over there with some cards in it. On the other side of that we have the other map, so that if desired it can be taken out and looked at. We've got a little picture of some flowers there and a picture of a butterfly there. Then I made this, I had to trim the edges down and re-stick them together so that it would fit onto my page. It was too big for the page, but I love that, I love it. Over the page we've got a pocket with a journaling card in it. Then we've got all this lovely die cut flowers that I decorated that page with. We have a boot from my antiquarian sticker book there. We have a pocket here made from that picture of the fashions, and I've put a tab on it so you know that there's actually a journaling card in there. Over here we've got a picture of a little girl dressed up as a butterfly, and it says "Paint your world happy." And then we come to the very last page, which has a little corner tuck on it there of a hot air balloon that says "Dream big." Here we go, there's that round journaling card that'll go into there. And then there's this picture of a shoe which I really liked. Then I've got two journaling cards in there. And that is the end of the hot air balloon journal. Let's tie it closed and show you it. It's absolutely lovely. I'm so thrilled with it. I really hope that you like it too. So yeah, there we go. There's the front, there's the spine dangle, yeah, and there's the back, and we have got these little corner protectors as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.